Michigan fans, today I have some disturbing news for the entire Michigan nation, and this news will leave you very surprised. And today we are going to talk about the big rumor that Sherrone Moore may be fired because of the sign stealing, and so stay tuned so you don't miss any important details. And I wanted to ask you a question: how long have you been a loyal Michigan fan? For more than 15 years or less? Leave it there in the comments. Before we begin, if you are interested and always be updated with exclusive news of the latest Michigan news, subscribe to the channel and let's get started. The University of Michigan and football coach Sherrone Moore have agreed to a contract by which the university appears to have agreed not to fire Moore for cause, based on its current knowledge of Moore's involvement in the alleged sign-stealing scandal centered on former football team member Connor Stalions. The NCAA issued a notice of allegations in the case last month. The notice indicated that Moore could face a suspension and a show cause penalty for allegedly deleting a 52-text message thread with Stalions in October 2023, the same day the alleged sign-stealing scandal came to light. The contract, which USA Today Sports obtained Monday through an open records request, states that Moore could be suspended without pay or terminated for cause if the university determines that the head coach has engaged in a violation of the governing rules, whether before or after the effective date of this agreement. That's fairly common language in college athletic coaching contracts. Moore's contract goes on to state, notwithstanding the foregoing, a violation of the governing rules that occurred prior to the effective date, to the extent that the university had actual knowledge of the facts or alleged facts that are the basis for the violation prior to the execution of this agreement by all parties, shall not be considered a basis for termination for cause. The contract has a start date of January 27, 2024, but was signed by Moore and the director of Michigan Athletics, Ward Manuel, on September 6, 2024, and Michigan President Santa Ono on September 10, 2024. The full execution of the agreement comes nearly 8 months after the university promoted Moore to head coach following the departure of Jim Harbaugh to become the head coach of the NFL's Los Angeles Chargers. At the time of his hiring as head coach, Moore signed a Memorandum of Understanding, or MOU, with the university that outlined the base salary and general provisions of his eventual contract. But the MOU between Michigan and Moore stated that its offer is conditioned upon execution of a full employment agreement within 90 days of the execution of this MOU, minus a deadline that passed April 25. Furthermore, the MOU did not include some of the important and more detailed language that serves as the cornerstone of head coaching contracts, minus particularly when it comes to potential acrimonious situations, such as a coach being fired for cause. Moore, who previously worked as Michigan's offensive coordinator, is facing possible punishment from the NCAA as part of its investigation into the alleged sign-stealing operation. The financial terms and scheduled length of the deal are as outlined in the MOU. The deal is set to run through January 31, 2029, and Moore's base compensation for this season is $6 million, including the $500,000 annual retention payment that Moore would receive if he were Michigan's head coach through January 31, the day of each contract year. The deal also calls for annual raises of 2% on his current base salary of $500,000 and $5.5 million in what the contract calls additional compensation.